drawing, or just
you draw, do whatever you want to do, so we can just kind of visualize and see where you're at.
Okay. Going hot.
Okay.
Where? Just center mass.
Yep. Just what you would do.
How many rounds you want to be fired?
Just go 5.
Zeke taking his 5.
There's some things like, whenever you make a decision that, hey, it's go time. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to get your gun in the fight as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. So, I don't have anything. So I'm just going to go like real close here. It's, like a 4-step draw stroke. So, in my mind, I've decided, this guy needs to be eliminated, right? So what I would do is I'm going for my pistol, and as soon as I crack it out, that's a 1. Okay, so and then when I'm coming up and I'm getting out, as soon as this gun clears the holster, that gun needs to be in the fight, right? So now I'm using my finger, I'm pointing at the target, so that gun is in the fight right now. So now I'm going to marry it up, still in the fight, and then drive it out to the target. So I'm in the fight the whole time. Where that comes into play, if you don't have a lot of time, if you're tangling up with a guy or whatever, you can pull this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but you'll see as we go here. So it's a 4-part movement. So 1, 2, 3, and then when you're extended all the way out, that's 4. So I watched you kind of did a thing right here. So you kind of raise it up like that, which is, it'll get you on target.
So is that skipping a step? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of. It's just kind of 1983 Magnum PI style. You know what I mean? Because, right here, this gun's not in the fight. Like if I pull the trigger right now,
right?
You know what I mean? You don't even have a chance. At least if you pull the trigger right here, you might have a chance. So this is demonstrating how accurate it is. So if he doesn't even have enough time to get his gun out.
So step 3, he's shooting.
Yeah, so that right there, this is what we call the 3. The 3 o'clock position. So go ahead and drive out to the 4. Yep. 3. Does that make sense? If you want to get your gun in the fight.
Magnum PI, my favorite TV show ever, by the way.
I need to refer back to that every once in a while for mustache tips. So when you're going out from the 3 or the 4, a couple things are happening. You want to prep the trigger, which I was watching you shoot. Looks like you got good trigger mechanics. You're, resetting it. I didn't pay attention so much. I think I zoned out and went to my happy place for a second. But,
I'm glad I could send you to your happy place.
So when I'm driving this gun out, I'm starting out high, so I'm driving it out, and I want, I'm looking at my target. So as soon as this, front sight starts coming in, that peripheral vision, I'm gonna go ahead and start paying attention to that front sight, and that's where a lot of times, like all those high academies or whatever, front sight is the name of one. It's like front sight, front sight, front sight, front sight. So you're always thinking about that front sight. You're driving it out. Now I'm finding my front sight. Now I'm just concentrating on there. I'm finding that front sight, front sight, front sight, front sight. So the other thing that's going on when you're driving it out there is you're prepping the trigger on your way out, right? Because you've already decided that this guy's a threat. So you're driving that gun out, and I'm going ahead and I'm prepping that trigger. So once I get that first acceptable sight picture, I'm just going to finish that trigger. Make sense?
Gotcha.
You guys want to try that? Going from 3 to 4. You're driving that gun out. You're keeping it in the fight the whole time. So as soon as that comes out, you get that first acceptable sight picture, then dropping the hammer. So you're starting that trigger prep on your way out.
From the initial count 1, your support hand gets brought in, and then you deactivate the safety or you break your cover garment. That's kind of synonymous, and that's where you got access to the gun.
Right.
And then count 2 is your retention shooting position, whatever you're going to use. And count 3 is where your strong and support hand mates. So and then count 4 is your final firing. So anything between 2 and 4 you can be shooting. So we can cover that 2 thing a little bit more, but
Alright, so we're kind of at the same time.
Yeah. So let's just work on. See, like your draw stroke is something that you can do at home, and I didn't get it until I mean that's how I got mine, pretty well ironed out. Is like, I was waiting. Like this was back before I had kids. Me and my wife were gonna go somewhere, so she's in the mirror, putting on makeup or whatever.
You're drawing?
I was ready 45 minutes ago, so I'm up there like, hey boo, hurry up, She's like, shut up, and putting on her makeup. So I'm like, whatever. So I'll go grab my pistol, and I'm just sitting there practicing, the whole time. So I'd recommend getting in front of the mirror. This is all stuff you can do at home.
Okay.
So I would say for now, let's not even worry about 1 and 2. Let's just worry about, finding that front sight.